Lord Krishna's blessing, with his grace, and Vigneshwara. With all these blessings, we will commence today's session. Vishwaroop Darshan, Part 2, Chapter 11. So, as we have seen in all these chapters, Krishna is giving Arjuna the great philosophy of Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan Dharma is eternal path, irrespective of any religion, any caste, anything. So, the starting point of this conversation or this advice started when Arjuna expressed his inability to face his own people and fight for the truth. He knows fighting is the truth, it's his dharma, it is his path which he has to take in a most unbiased, unemotional way. That is what was a practical way of carrying out his duties. In spite of that, he goes into a dilemma and depression and indecisiveness, so much so that he becomes extremely emotional. So Krishna brings him out of this by way of so many uh, chapters. I mean, so many shlokas, so many, we have seen all that in 10 chapters. Throughout, he talks about the uh, different paths, different, uh, I should say, based on human tendency, one can choose the path that suits him, that suits his way of working, that suits his requirements. Because everything in today's discussion also it comes, we must see how best we can adhere to this dharma and yet carry out our responsibilities, which we are supposed to do. That itself is a spiritual path. Along with that, how much we can do and how to approach. So here, for example, Arjuna was a kshatriya. He cannot sit and meditate, though he intends to do that. When in between, when he feels so excited to know about the spiritual path, he says, I rather go and go to the woods and do meditation. Krishna, allow me to do that. Krishna says, no, you are not meant to do that. At present, you are supposed to carry out your work, but you will get the same outcome, the same feeling, or the same experience as that of a sannyasi who sits in the woods by surrendering, by karma phala tyaga. So, carrying out your responsibilities with the proper, clear knowledge is what is required by majority of us. That is what is Bhagavad Gita. As he goes on teaching this, then he has explained who he is, who Krishna truly is, because ultimately, if we understand who is Krishna and what is his intention of creating the whole thing, if we believe that Krishna is the creator, why did he create? And who he is actually, what is his attribute? So he goes on with Vibhuti Yoga and he says, wherever there is extraordinary manifestation, see that my expression is maximum. And I express in each and everything in this world, in this universe, in this universe, multiple universe, entire cosmic cosmos, whichever is perceivable to you, whatever you people are observing, if at all you feel that it is so fascinating or it is so diverse, it is because of my creation and my sustenance. But you need to realize that you also have my fraction of consciousness as Jivatma. And that is an observer in you, always guiding you, provided you withdraw yourself from the external world and reach out to me. I am there to help. That is how the creation has been done. So, all that he says, and now Arjuna says, when he talks about Vibhuti Yoga, when he says, I am there in each and every being, living, non living, charachara, everything, he agrees, yes, 100% I trust you. But then, can I see you in this form? He asked that question. To that, Krishna obliges, not only for Arjuna, for all of us, because this has been documented. And what happens in that scene, in the Kurukshetra, how Arjuna asks and how Krishna obliges, and that is his unique grace that he shows his Vishwarupa, which he has shown to very few people in that avatar, in that incarnation. during his period. Krishna has not been favorable to everybody because it depends on individuals how eligible they are. Do they really deserve to see him? They should have faith, they should have that those qualities. Only then he will. So he found that in Arjuna, and therefore he shows his Vishwarupa. And it is his grace on us also that we are sitting here to discuss what has happened in Bhagavad Gita, because this is also a very rare opportunity. Very rare. Don't assume that this is possible to many people. No, many people out there don't even know about it. They either don't have faith, they don't have time. So I am also blessed. You are also blessed. So we'll continue with that. Chapter 11. He has started showing that, and how does he show? And who records this? Sanjaya, who's narrating the whole thing to Dhritarashtra. That has been documented by Vedavyasa. And now, exactly as Sanjaya's narration, Sanjaya is telling Dhritarashtra, look, Dhritarashtra, I am able to see the way Krishna demonstrates his Vishwarupa to Arjuna. So, Krishna has shown his Vishwarupa to justify, to validate, or to prove, to get an evidence that, look, I said I am there in each and everything that is there in this world. Now I will show you. But we cannot see, we means even Arjuna cannot see that with his ordinary eyes. So Krishna gives him divine eyes, divine sight. So with that, even Sanjaya has received divine sight by Vedavyasa. So both are able to see this Vishwarupa. So when he gives that, then Arjuna starts observing, and Krishna. Now Sanjay, in the last two shlokas, Sanjay says that Krishna shows his Vishwarupa with numerous mouths, numerous eyes, wondrous sights, numerous ornaments, and so many weapons uplifted, and Divya Malambaradharam. He says lot of garlands. They look so divine, so pleasant, unbelievable. Because this, we would have seen so many wonders of the world, isn't it? There are seven wonders in this world. You cannot even compare that with what Krishna is showing as Vishwarupa Darshan. So he is astonished. Sanjaya is saying all this. He says all this, that Krishna is appearing like this. He has worn so many garlands. He has applied some divine lotion, and and he is seen. He is looking everywhere, 360 degrees, Vishwatomukam, very unbelievable, and the appearance is so bright that if there were thousand suns, thousand of such suns which we are seeing now, if they just appear in the universe, that kind of radiance we can see. However, it is so pleasant, unlike the radiance of the sun, which would be scorching heat as well as light. Here it is so pleasant but brilliant radiance. And then he says, now Sanjaya is continuing in this uh, तत्रैकस्थं जगत्कृत्स्नं प्रविभक्तं 13th श्लोक अनेकधा अपश्यत् देवदेवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवस्तदा. Then the son of Pandu, that is Arjuna, is seeing. I'm saying the words of Sanjaya, who is narrating this to Dhritarashtra. He says, Dhritarashtra, now king, what happened is, in this god of gods, that is Krishna, Arjuna saw the whole universe resting in one with its manifold divisions. Whole universe resting in one with its manifold divisions. Krishna always says, I am in everything, and everything is also in me. So, like that, he can see all the entire universal things there. And next one, 14th shloka, he says, ततः सविस्मयाविष्टो हृष्टरो मा धनञ्जय प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं कृताञ्जलिः अभाषत. Then this Dhananjaya, that is Arjuna, tataha vismayavishto, full of wonder. I mean, you are seeing your friend who is close to you. Every day you chat, you dance, everything. One fine day you see somebody is appearing like this. What will be your emotions? Look at that. Arjuna, in spite of knowing Krishna as the creator, everything he has understood. And he himself has asked him to show. But the minute he sees him, he's wonderstruck, awestruck, and Rishta Roma Dhananjay, his hair standing on the end, just like we get goosebumps. He's so wonderstruck, he's so unbelievable look in his eyes, and then he bows down, but he knows it is Krishna, his own friend. Pranamya Shirasa Devam. So he bends down and then spoke with Kritanjalihi in adoration. He spoke with joined palms. He bends down like this. He surrenders to him and then he speaks now. Arjuna Uvacha Pashyami Devanstava De Pashyami Devanstava Deva Dehe Sarvanstatha Bhuta Vishesha Sangan Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastham Rushimscha Sarvan Uraganshcha Divyan Aneka Bahudara नेत्रं पश्यामि त्वां सर्वतोऽनन्तरूपं नान्तं न मध्यं न पुनस्तवादिं पश्यामि विश्वेश्वर विश्वरूप किरीटनं गदिनं चक्रिणं च तेजोराशिं सर्वतो दीप्तिमन्तम् पश्यामि त्वां दुर्निरीक्ष्य समन्तात् दीप्तानलार्कद्युतिम् अप्रमेयम् त्वमक्षरं परमं वेदितव्यं त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् त्वमव्ययः शाश्वतधर्मगोप्ता सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे. So these are Arjuna's words. Arjuna says, "O God, I see all the devas." Who are all these devas? Devatas, we know the deities, no? Indra, Rudra, Varuna, all those. I see all the devas, O Deva, in your body. Pashyami devans tava deva dehe. Tava deva means for you, God. I am seeing all the devas. And all great sarvans tata bhuta vishesha sangan. I am also seeing all the beings. All the beings means all the living beings, all the plants, all the animals in you. And I am also seeing I am seeing Brahma seated on the lotus, and I am seeing Shiva, Isham, and then I am seeing the rishis, and I am seeing the celestial serpents. Uraganshta Divyan, celestial like Vasuki. Vasuki, no? He is a celestial serpent who is there along with, and Sheshanag also. So, along with Vishnu and Shiva. So, all these are seen on Krishna's body, you can say. We'll see how his body appears now. He is seeing all the human beings there. He is seeing all the rishis there. He is seeing all the devatas there. Precisely what we describe as creation, no? All those are there. He is seeing Brahma in the lotus. Brahma in the lotus. What does it mean? The first creation was when Mahavishnu was in that slumber, with all the gunas in balance. Nothing happened. The minute he willed to make a creation, the first thing that came out was from his umbilicus, there came lotus with a stem, and on that lotus he creates Brahma, Chaturmukha Brahma, four-headed Brahma. He entrusts the responsibility of creating the whole world to Lord Brahma. You know that, how Lord Brahma, initially he becomes lost, he gets lost, where am I, what am I doing? He is in that cosmic waters, there is lotus, and he starts thinking, this is there in Purana, Bhagavad Purana, and then, which I have read, others also, Vishnu Purana also. So he says, what shall I do? Then he starts hearing a word called tapas. Tapas, tapas, tapas. So then he starts doing tapas, and then his, the mind goes into that stem and starts tracing where is my origin. Then it reaches Vishnu, and Vishnu appears before him, and he will be very happy. And he says, I'm very much pleased. Thousands of years he does tapas. And then he said, this is what I wanted. Because whenever any great thing has to happen, there should be lot of tapas, great tapas. When you do lot of tapas and do some activity, you just see the outcome, extraordinary outcome. I shared this in previous Bhagavad class. Actually, when you do lot of tapas, if you have some big challenge to do, and you do lot of tapas or some japa you do with full concentration, so that will give you spiritual quotient. Be above intelligent quotient, above emotional quotient. It goes to spiritual quotient. And what is not possible when you tap that consciousness? It is him only coming out and expressing, manifesting. So Brahma takes that and then he creates. So Arjuna also knows this. He's seeing him there. It's not his imagination. It is actually it is there. Krishna has shown, because the world had to know, Kali Yuga people had to know that this is what has happened actually on this earth, and it is that Parabrahman who has appeared like this and who has shown. So, of course, to understand this also, we need some faith in that. So, he sees everybody there, human beings, devatas, rishis, serpents, all kinds of creations are there. Then, how does he see Krishna? He says, Aneka Bahu, many, many hands, and he sees him boundless. No, I cannot see the end. I cannot see this end. I cannot see that end. You have occupied everything. Even for an ordinary eye, you cannot see. What will you see when it is a very huge thing? You will see only fraction of it, isn't it? Can you see the end to end? If it's a big one, huge one, you will see only thing. And this Vishwaroop is infinite. There's no place where Arjuna can find some space. No, it's fully occupied. And Aneka Bahu, so many hands, and Udara, so many stomachs, and so many eyes. It is appearing as though all the humans, Devatas, everything is expressed on him only. That means we are all seen there. All the human beings, eyes, nose, ears, all the bodily appearance has got imprinted, as it were, on Sri Krishna. So Aneka Bahu and Aneka Bahu Udara Vakra Netram, mouth and eyes. Pashyamitam Tvam Sarvato Anantarupam. I am seeing you with infinite manifestation. Na antam, na madhyam, na punahat tava adim. There is no uh, adi, adi, madhya, anta. Adi means starting point. Okay, it extends from here to here. No, I cannot see from where it's extending. It is just going on and on. And I cannot see the middle also. I cannot see the end also. Middle, maybe I'm saying, how can I call it as middle when I don't see the two ends? If I see the end, then I say this is the middle. We don't know where is the beginning, where is the end, where is the middle. So totally it is extending. Pashyami Vishweshwara Vishwaropa. For a while, you imagine if you are seeing such a huge creation. Huge is an understatement. It's infinite creation, but it is seen with all the eyes, nose, ears, mouth, bahu, stomachs, everything. So this is a very, very unique and wonderful wonder or unimaginable picture. Kiritinam, Gadinam, Chakrinam cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimantam. However, he's seeing his huge body with all these, yet with the kirita. There is a kirita on him. The central maybe there is a kirita and there is a mace. In spite of all this, the huge body, the central, if at all you call him as a Vishnu, he is also able to see with all this, no Ananta Bahu, Ananta Netram, eyes, ears, everything. He still is able to see a person with a crown, with a mace, that is Gada, with the discus, Sudarshan Chakra, and he says, I'm able to see this, and a mass of radiance. Tejo Rashim. Teja means radiance. Rashi Rashi. Tashi means great, enormous radiance, which is radiating everywhere. Deeptim Anantam, infinite radiance. That Deepti, brilliant, everywhere it is shining. So, and then it is very hard. Pashyami Tvam Durniriksha Samanta. I cannot see, I'm not able to see in spite of that divine vision. I'm not able to see because all around you are blazing like burning fire. You are blazing like burning fire and sun, and you are immeasurable. It cannot be measured. It is so infinite, so infinite, so infinite. So this speaks about human limitations when you compare with the Supreme Being. We all think that he is graceful. When you want, when you call him, he comes and sits next to you as though he is your close friend. For a true devotee, at the same time, his true nature is not that. His true nature is you cannot comprehend him. It is limitless. It's infinite. In any parameter you take, in anything, brilliance is infinite. His bodily, attributes, hands. How big are his hands? No, you cannot. You cannot measure. Immeasurable. He's radiating. How much? I cannot measure. So everything is, it is so much disproportionate. Why we call disproportionate is because we cannot measure. That's what he says. I cannot measure you. That means this is giving us a hint that we are, as an ordinary human being, if you call this body of Prakriti, we are a small speck, small, not even small speck in front of that supreme being. Yet we are able to approach him with his terms and conditions, which he has mentioned, which Arjuna has possessed. So one day, if we are also eligible, we can also see the Vishwaroop. We are also able to see. If we sincerely pray, make our heart very pure, and follow all his guidelines after reading 18 chapters, how to live, draft a commandment for ourselves, and live by that with lot of perseverance, lot of hard work. It is not impossible for any of us to see his infinite Vishwarupa. Next he says, Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam. Tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam. You are Akshara. Akshara means imperishable. Akshara means which cannot reduce its content, or uh, it cannot be destroyed. Even an inch of it, even a small fraction, no. Kshara means which goes on reducing in its intensity or in its form or content, whatever. Akshara means no, nothing can be done. It is as it is. He means that entity called consciousness is as it is. Aksharam. Paramam. Paramam means supreme being. Supreme being. Paramam. Veditavyam. Paramam. Veditavyam. Supreme being. And Veditavyam means one that has to be known. Krishna, Arjuna has understood. See, we must know you. Know you means you, your creation, your teachings, everything. You should know that. And um, Tvam asya vishwasya param nidhanam. Asya vishwasya, you are the supreme refuge, nidhanam, for this universe. That means the universe rests in you. Exactly what he told in Vibhuti Yoga. I am the sustainer. That means he is giving a medium for the universe to sustain. Otherwise, it will not. It is just a bundle of matter, including we, this body, this mind, this ahankara, this buddhi, everything is universe only, prakriti only, nature only. This is sustaining on that consciousness. That means this is acting on that consciousness. So he becomes our abode. Nidhanam means refuge or abode. Without that, we are resting. We are part of that. Tvam avyayaha. You are undying avyayaha. You are undying guardian. Avyayaha shashvata dharma gopta. Undying guardian of eternal dharma. Shashvata dharma, he says. Gopta. Gopta. You are permanent, this one, guardian of eternal dharma. And you are Sanatanastvam Purusho Matom. Sanatana means eternal again. He is ancient from time immemorial. He not even immemorial. You were there, you are here, you will be there. So you are the Sanatana Purusha. Ancient Purusha, ancient. No measuring also. As I said, there is no measure of that time. The time is very important. Time comes when he starts creation. He starts, but it never denies that he was not there. He was there. He started, and he will destroy, and he will continue to be there. So he is called eternal Purusha. Sanatanastvam Purusho Matome. Matome means in my opinion. So you are the, and I strongly, I can say this with confidence, Arjuna says that you are the Sanatana Purusha, because anybody can now understand Krishna is not just boasting himself about himself. He is not bringing some theories which he has cooked up. He is demonstrating. And he had to demonstrate this because he knows that people, because of his own Maya, are so much ignorant and so much of tamasic, means resistant to accept the facts, that until and unless he proves with so many things, they will not be able to accept. So when we read Gita, when we understand all this in its essence, in its truest meaning, because we have a little faith, then we can believe our belief in Krishna. It increases tremendously, because this is a demonstration, and this is not, this is a fact. Veda Vyasa will not lie, just to create some faith. No. No other religion was there at that time, so he did not have to prove that this is what it is. Don't believe other religions. No, it never existed. This was the only thing which was prevailing there at that time. So he is creating. Krishna himself is giving evidence. Today we all want, where is the proof? We ask. That is a very good scientific inquiry, and Krishna himself encourages scientific inquiry. So when Arjuna says, let me see, it is his own grace that has made him ask that question so that he can demonstrate, and people will get to know more about him. So he says, Veditavyam, Aksharam Paramam. He is eternal and he should be known. He means the consciousness and the rules, the law that follows, the law of Prakriti, law of karma, his creation. All that is about Krishna, who he is, and knowing Krishna means knowing his intention, right? So he says, Veditavyam, we should know. Arjuna says, Arjuna, we should know about this. And you are Shashwata, you always protect the dharma. Isn't it true that he came as Krishna Avatara? Because at that time, the Kauravas had created, there were so many asuras, Kamsa was there. During his birth, because of this avatar, he had to clear all those people from this earth. If you believe in Puranic versions, they say always, whenever there is, he says, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati. But in the Puranic version of it, the Mother Earth always goes to Vishnu and she prays. She says, I am unable to take the burden of adharma. I am unable to take the burden of wicked people, wicked thoughts, people not behaving righteously. All this is becoming heavy for me. Actually, Mother Earth is supposed to be an example of forbearance, I told you, tolerance. She tolerates so many things. But when that goes beyond a certain limit, they say she goes and approaches Vishnu, and then he comes and takes the avatar, or he comes to earth as incarnation to destroy all these people and restore dharma. That is the meaning of Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata, and that continues. Abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanathaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Every yuga I keep coming for dharma samsthapanathaya. So this is understanding Krishna. When does he come? Why does he come? What is his intention? Apart from that, what is the advantage of knowing spirituality? Simple for us when we read Satyanarayana Katha, which is very commonly done in so many houses, no? Satyanarayana Katha. How does all these Katha starts? Narada goes and asks Vishnu. In Kali Yuga, particularly for Kali Yuga, they say, people are suffering with lot of, they have lot of miseries and they don't know, they are ignorant. Can you suggest a method to relieve them of this suffering? So Vishnu says, let them perform Satyanarayana Puja, call people, make this prasadam, then let them read the story. What are those stories? Stories are of people who did puja and they got rid of their problems. All the stories in Satyanarayana Katha talk about when you pray, you get rid of the your problems. Okay, that is a basic requirement in Kali Yuga. See, this is how. No, this is also called as knowing Krishna. Veditavyam. We need to know about you. Knowing about him means understanding what he has done. So how uh, he's drawing people towards him is when you do a puja, you will get some success. It is true. If you go deeper into karma yoga and all, will not go there now. Will not get there. So, but basically, for an average person, when he's suffering, why am I not? There is one poor woodcutter, there's a poor Brahmin. These are the stories in Satyanarayana Katha, and like that, it will come in many Puranas also. So, what he does is he gives a simple way, but he also sees that when you resolve to do a puja, you better do it. Then the story also says somebody forgets doing his puja, then he becomes worse than what he was. Then the fellow again says, oh Lord Narayana, I forgot, I'll pray, I'll do this puja, forgive me. Then the things will improve. So these may be a very basic, and people may say, what is there? Anybody, he just tells you do puja, you'll do. As if anybody gets children by doing puja, anybody gets money by doing puja. Yes, it will, because how he tries to get the mind of people is when you do puja, obviously the minute you say I'm doing puja for the higher, what happens is our ego comes down. Ego means we are not self-centered. We start collecting materials, we start preparing, we call people. There are neighbors around whom we may not like, but still we call them. As per the guidelines, we should do that. And then you start. So, when we do a simple act like puja, it is an exercise for anyone to reduce your ego. And the lesser is your ego, more is his grace, which is within. Consciousness will start manifesting. That itself is grace. And then what happens is you tend to do good work. When you do good work, when you sell your things, obviously you'll get money for that because you will put more effort. And who gave you that will to do more effort? Because the consciousness, vibhuti, manifested. How did that consciousness come? Because you did the puja. And when you did the puja, apart from that act of puja, your ego came down. Less ego, he will start manifesting. So with that, what happens is you develop a connect with God. Slowly, then whenever you are in distress, apart from monthly puja, the person will start, let's say, doing puja. It says every Purnima you should do. After that, what he will do, whenever he is in distress, he will do. So we have told, no, 4 types of devotion. What are those? Arthi, Artharthi, Jidnyasu, Jnani. So, Artha, not Arthi. Artha means one who is in distress. So he will do. One who wants money also he will do. Whatever be the reason, is coming to God. This is how he only has created. So when we go to God, first thing is we start asking him the lower pleasures. Lower comes when you understand. At that point of time, that is a big thing for me. I have not conceived, I want a child. That's a big thing for me. We may say it's not, it is. And I want a comfortable life. I want my children's education. It is a requirement. So we do that. And then when it starts fulfilling, then we know he is there for me. Then whenever there's distress, we pray. Again, it gets, if we are doing it sincerely, it will get over. And then when we become jidnyasu, with that we start developing more liking, we want to know more. That is veditavyam. When we say, what is this happening? Who is he? And then that's how the spiritual path goes. So this understanding, this knowledge, everybody should know. That's what Krishna is saying. And when we go a little higher, after this disaster and all that, sorry, people asking him only when there is disaster or when they are in problems, then we start exploring like you and I are doing now. Apart from, we still ask God whenever we are in trouble, but we also want to know about this. This is Jidnyasu. So when we know Jidnyasu stage, when you reach, it is so wonderful because here we start understanding that it is not only We should not approach God only when there is a need. We should be always in His thought, and we should try to develop a permanent solution to suffering. Permanent solution is what? Develop little bit of detachment from the worldly things, attachment to Him. More we must be attached, more towards God. Then what happens is you will start believing anyway He's there to take care of me. Ananya Shintayanto Mam. He only says, Ye jana paripasate. Tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. I will take care of them. So why are you worried? I'll take care of you. Just remember me, be with me, do everything as my work, take higher work, do selflessly. So when we start focusing here, our problems also start reducing, or our reaction to that, our approach. Okay, theek hai, it's okay. It will happen. I have gone through all these, no? So it's okay. He is there. He is there. So we start developing a stronger relationship with Him. And at that stage, as you go higher, if we get a kind of, detachment means, so two ways. Detachment means it's all Maya. Like how Vidura says, no, Dhritarashtra is behaving, though he's my brother, it's all Maya. One approach. Second approach, he will take care. I am going to be with him. I am going to think about him. I am going to work and surrender. He. This is what a higher spiritual person will do. So you will start experiencing that the problems are no longer problems. They may either ease out, or you will become immune to that. This is a major stage, major development. So this is how we all should know what what Arjuna is saying. Tvam aksharam paramam veditavyam. You must be known. Krishna, I realize very well that it's time we should become jidnyasu. Veditavyam, we should understand. Veditavyam is, Veda is knowledge, with is knowledge. With, okay, Veditavyam, we should know. Everybody should know. Veditavyam means it must be known. By it must be known. Everybody should make an attempt to know you. And you are aware, Shashvata Dharma Gopta. Shashvata Dharma. Dharma is righteousness, do's and don'ts, and it should lead to moksha. Dharma is what we are supposed to be, how we are supposed to lead our life. Rules and regulations. There is a boundary which will take us to other things, artha, kama, moksha. Okay, it is not for anything else. So, following the rules and regulations which are applicable to that particular time. Okay, and also Sanatan Dharma. There are two types of dharmas. One is Swami Ranganathananji only, I have referred him. Yuga Dharma is also Swami Mukundananda. Whatever is there prevailing at that point of time, that dharma is called Yuga Dharma. That keeps changing, but we must adapt. Everybody should adapt. Krishna also adapts. He also knows what was applicable when Rama was there is not applicable today. That is called Yuga Dharma. And Sanatana Dharma is what it is eternal. What is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana Dharma, if you say few things, you must always speak the truth. Can anybody negate this in any yuga, any manvantara, any time? For a human, mankind, truth is the biggest asset. Honesty is the biggest asset. Detachment and all come later. Ethics we are talking about. This is dharma. Dharma is ethics. We can say morals and ethics, values. These are all dharma. And when we follow this dharma only, we can approach moksha. That is eligibility to go to moksha. So, Sanatana Dharma is nothing but what is given in Bhagavad Gita, what is given in Vedas. You run them through any yugas. It will hold true. It will be verifiable. It can be easily validated by any Tom, Dick and Harry in any part of this world, in any universe, anywhere. It will hold true. Isn't that so? Truth, honesty is the best policy. Somebody said from the West. Honesty is the best policy. We also say honesty. So see, everybody says, everyone knows across, isn't it? Like that. Truth, honesty, integrity. We have spoken about yama niyama of social behavior, non-manipulating of Patanjali Yoga Sutras and all those. They are eternal. So the Vedas and the Upanishads, what they propound is Sanatana Dharma, eternal by any community, any caste, anybody And we cannot claim I belong to a upper class economic and therefore I can behave. No, it will not. What is Yuga Dharma? And so this is, and Yuga Dharmas, we can see what is prevalent at that particular Dharma. We will get to know in Puranas and Smritis, they are called Smritis. They are historical texts which will describe what is happening at that particular point of time. Simple thing like, Yuga Dharma, if you see, even the dress code, it varies, no? Haven't you seen what dress Sita used to wear, what dress Rukmini used to wear, what dress our ancestors wore, and what we are wearing as women? That itself changes, and the world will accept. Very simple example I'm giving you. But apart from that, in the Dwapara Yuga, multiple wives were accepted. In Kali Yuga, no. Of course, in Ramayana, Rama is Ekapatni Vrata. That was the highest ideal then. Always that's the highest ideal, but still it is okay. Having 5 wives, as Draupadi was given that margin because she lived very sincerely, because she followed her mother's, the sons followed the mother's words, and following mother's word was the Veda Vakya, they said. It was a rule, whatever mother says, you have to follow. So Manu Smriti gives Yuga Dharma. Manu Smriti, that we can say that. It gives different as per the Manvantara and all that. And it gets modified, it seems. Actually, I don't know how and all. I will get back to you on that. But these are the changeable, moldable amendments, you can call them, no? Rule amendments, constitutional amendments. So like that, we have these, this is the concept of, so Arjuna is saying that you are Shashwata Dharma Gopta. Shashwata Dharma, always you maintain, whether it is Yuga Dharma or Sanatana Dharma. You are the protector. Gopta means you will protect that Dharma. You will protect. You want that people should follow Dharma. That's how you have come here as incarnation. And you are Sanatana. So he will protect Sanatana Dharma also. He will Vedas and the Bhagavad Gita, obviously. And he will protect the Yuga Dharma. So that is the meaning of these shlokas. Now, after this, how does Arjuna continue? Anadimadhyantam anantaviryam anantabahum shashisuryanetram pashyami tvam deeptahutashavakram swatejasa vishwam idam tapantam Dyava prithivyoridhamantaram hi vyaptam tvayaikena dishascha sarvaha दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपमुग्रं तवेदं लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महात्मन् अमीहि त्वां सुरसङ्गा विशन्ति केचिद् भीताः प्राञ्जलयो गृह्णन्ति स्वस्तीत्युक्त्वा महर्षि सिद्धसङ्गाः स्तुवन्ति त्वां स्तुतिभिः पुष्कलाभिः रुद्रादित्या वसवो ये च साध्या विश्वेश्विनौ मरुतश्चोष्मपाश्च गन्धर्वयक्षासुरसिद्धसङ्गा वीक्षन्ते त्वां विस्मिताश्चैव सर्वे. So now he says again, Arjuna continues. As he sees, he's describing whatever he has learned and whatever he is seeing, whatever he has understood, and what is his conviction. That means whatever he believes firmly, he says, Anadim Madhya Antam Ananta Viryam. I see you without, again he repeats here, without a beginning, there is no middle or end. Viryam, Ananta Bahum, you are great, Virya, strong. And Ananta Bahum Shashi Surya Netram, you are having infinite number of arms. Ananta Baham, so many arms. And sun and moon appear as your eyes. And your mouth is a burning fire. Deepta Hutasha Vaktram, the mouth is radiating fire. The mouth is radiating fire, heating the whole universe with your radiance. Heating the whole universe with your radiance. It's not burning. It's not unpleasant. It's not that he's suffering. No. he's feeling that heat from his mouth. So he says that, and the space between the heaven and earth and all the quarters are filled by you alone. Dyava Prithivyo Ridam. Dyav means heaven, Prithvi is earth. So Dyava Prithivyo Ridam, Yoho Idam, Antaram hi, Vyaptam Tvayaikena, Dishascha Sarva. You're occupying all directions horizontally, you're occupying and up and down, and you're extending up to the heaven. And Drishtva Adbhutam Rupam, Ugram Tavedam. I am seeing your wonderful, marvelous, but terrible form. Rudram Rupam. Ugram Rupam. I am seeing marvelous. It's very marvelous, very, unimaginable. And I can, I feel very, very blessed to see this, Arjuna says. Yet it is terrible. Ugra Rupa. Just like Narasimha I was talking about, no? But it's Ugra Rupa. And Lokatrayam Pravatitam Mahatmam. The three worlds I can see, people living in all the three worlds are trembling with fear because of your Ugra Rupa. He comes with that Ugra Rupa, he is demonstrating, and all those people are there, and he is also occupying all the three worlds because everything is occupying. Entire cosmos is occupying. So everybody I can see Krishna, they are trembling with fear. Who are all those the devatas? He comes to that actually. Adityas, Vasus, everybody is there. They're looking at you, wonderstruck, yet with fear. Then he says, what next he is saying? Amihi Tvam Surasanga Vishanti. All these devas, no, they are going into you. They are just going. They are entering into you. They become nobody. They just enter and disappear. And some are going down in fear with arms joined palms, joint palm, namaskar mudra. And some rishis are saying swasti, 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 may it be well. This is all fine. Swasti, may it be well. And siddhas are praying to you with splendid hymns. Stutivihi, pushkalavihi. They are just enjoying singing hymns. Rishis are calm and saying. Other devas, they are in fear. Devatas are in fear. So different kind of expressions are seen. Then he says, Rudraditya Vasavo Yecha Sadhya. Vishweshvino Marutaschoshma Pascha. So the Rudras, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, Vishwadevas, and Gandharva Yaksha Surasiddha Sangha, Vikshante Tvam Vismitaschaiva Sarve. They're all looking at you in an astounded way. They're astonished and they're all looking. Who are those? Rudras, Adityas, Vasus. We described, no, who are the Rudras, Adityas. They are all given different responsibilities to maintain this universe and in our body. They are present in our body. These Devatas, no, that is called microcosm. Microcosm. They protect the Prakriti external, Prakriti internal. That's why we keep praying Devatas. They are responsible to maintain each activity. For example, the eyes, it is the sun, like that. So each activity has got one Abhimani Devatas. So these Devatas are also, they are seen externally also. They are maintaining the external universe. So they are all, they're all looking at you. And that is what Arjuna is observing. I can see Rudras, I can see Adityas, I can see Vasu, and you're extending. Because of that divine vision, he can see all the three worlds. Otherwise, which person can see all the three worlds? We can't even see what is next to our room. So like that, now he's explaining that. So now the last four and we wind up for today. Rupam mahatte bahuvaktra netram Mahabaho Bahubahu Urupadam Bahudaram Bahudashtrang Damstrakaralam Drashtva Loka Pravyatitataha Tathaham Nabhasprusham Deeptam Aneka Varnam Vyattananam Deepta Vishalanetram Drashtva Hitvam Pravyatitantaratma Dhrutim na vindami shamam cha Vishnu. दंष्ट्राकरालानि च ते मुखानि दृष्ट्वैव काल अनलसन्निभानि दिशो न जाने न लभे च शर्म प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास अमी च त्वां धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्राः सर्वे सहैवावनिपालसङ्गैः भीष्मो द्रोणः सूतपुत्रस्तथासौ सहास्मदीयैरपि योधमुखैः वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमाणा विशन्ति दंष्ट्राकरालानि भयानकानि केचित् विलग्ना दशनान्तरेषु सन्दृश्यन्ते चूर्णितैरुत्तमाङ्गैः. Okay, so here in these 4 shlokas, no? So Rudra, everything he says. Now he says, Rupam Mahatte Bahuvaktra Netram, having seen your immeasurable form with many mouths and eyes, thighs, Mahabaho, Bahubahu, Urupadam. So many thighs. He's describing that many thighs. I'm seeing your form as many thighs, many bahu, many shoulders, many eyes, many ears. Okay, and with many stomachs, and fearful with, now this word has been repeatedly coming. Damshtra Karalam. Damshtra means danta, teeth. Karalam means terrified. Terrific look. You say they come out as tusks, it's in those teeth, so many protruding. So he says, I can see your so many mouths, ears, everything. Apart from that, terrible teeth, tusks are coming out of your mouth. Apart from that blazing fire and all that, no. So he is now appearing as terrified. He feels a little fear has started in Arjuna. So it has got something. Next, you can see that. Nabham sprusham deeptam. On seeing you touching the sky infinitely, shining with many colors, aneka varnam, with vyattananam deepta vishala netram, mouths wide open, eyes, mouth wide open, in a huge form, and you're touching there, and he is able to see his eyes. Eyes may be very huge, no? Meters together, kilometers together. I'm terrified at heart, and I find no courage nor peace, O Vishnu. Now, so far, Vishnu was feeling astonished, wonderstruck, everything. As he starts seeing the fears on Vishnu's face and that terrifiable look, he gets a little scared. He says, what I'm seeing is fearful. Your mouth has become so fearful with tusks like Kala Anala. This you should understand. I hope all of you are there. Another 5-10 minutes, then we can wind up. So he says, these tusks, your face, blazing fire, it is all appearing to me like Kala Anala. Anala means fire. Kala means time. So Kala Anala means it is a pralaya, fire, which speaks about destruction of everything. So I don't know about the different directions. Disho na jane, na labhe cha sharma. I am not feeling at peace. Have mercy antanam, O Lord, abode of the universe. Disho na jane, na labhe cha sharma. Prasida, sharma, prasid, na labhe cha sharma, addressing him. Prasida, I am not having that peace. No? Devesha Jagannivas, I am not having. Now he will request him. Just see, the opposite will happen. Because he is seeing his fearful appearance. All the while he saw Krishna with the flute. Krishna, he has heard about Krishna eating the butter. Krishna with all his leelas. And he becomes a very handsome young fellow, his friend, making lot of, fun-filled moments he shares in the, I think another chapter he says. In the end, as we come to the end, no, Arjuna says, Krishna, I was pulling your leg. I was teasing you. I was treating you like my close friend, and I was literally bullying you. I feel so bad. You are such a great person. I don't know whether it's here or next chapter. So this is how Arjuna has seen. Now he sees the same person, magnanimous. And not only that, he has become very fearful. That Kirita and Gada, Chakra, all that has gone, is there, but much more expression is that of a terrible look. He says, all these sons of Dhritarashtra, okay, Kauravas, kings, Bhishma, Drona, Sutaputra, who is Sutaputra? Karna, are entering into your mouth. Arjuna, I am in Kurukshetra, but I am seeing all of them entering into your mouth with terrible tusks, and the teeth are forcing them. These people know they are getting crushed. They are getting stuck between the tusks. So many tusks are coming out, so many teeth. The bodies are getting stuck between the teeth, and some of them are, he says, Damshtra Karalani. This word is used. Damshtra Karala. Karala means terrified look, it is, because of those tusks. So those teeth. So Bhayanakani, they are, and Kechit Dvilagna, they're getting stuck. And Dashantareshu, and then some of them Sandrishyante, Churnitai. Churna means making powder. Churni Churni Tai Ruttamangaihi. Some of them are getting crushed to powder. And who are those? I'm seeing Kauravas, I'm seeing Bhishma, I'm seeing Drona. What is that, Krishna? What is happening? I'm not able to understand. Next one. Yatha nadina bahavombhuvegaha samudrameva abhimukha dravanti तथा तवामी नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राणि अभिविज्वलन्ति. Just as many waves of rivers, they end and into the sea, they flow towards the ocean. As the river goes towards the ocean with full force, she goes, no, with all waves and all that. Exactly in a similar manner, I am seeing the heroes rush towards your mouth, only to be destroyed, only to be crushed, only to get stuck, in your fiercely flaming mouths. So many mouths are there, so many people getting onto that. First he said Devatas and all, they're out of fear, they're doing. Here what he's seeing, all these people, but they're still alive. So this we will stop here, maybe from, because it's time now, we can take up the next shlokas. The next this one. So this one is 734. Because Bhagavan Uvacha comes just after 3 shlokas. I think we'll take these also. Are you okay? Shall we go ahead?
That's fine with me.
That's fine. Others, can we go or shall we wind up?
Ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Only 3 more shlokas. It goes in continuity, that's why. Yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samruddha vegaha tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokaha tavapi vaktrani samruddha vegaha lelihyase grasamana samantat लोकान् समग्रान् वदनैर्ज्वलब्धिः तेजोभिरापूर्य जगत्समग्रम् भासस्तवोग्राः प्रतपन्ति विष्णु आख्याहि मे को भवान् उग्ररूपो नमोस्तु ते देववर प्रसीद विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्त आद्यम् Nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. So there Arjuna's dialogue ends. So he continues, just like Patanga means moths. Just as the moths, they rush into the fire. Moths are what they fireflies. They go into the fire and they perish. Knowingly also they enter, but they have to. That is the way it is created. Similarly, these creatures, I'm seeing these so many Bhishma, Drona, so many people, Kauravas, they're running as though it is their destination. They're just rushing. And what are you doing? You are swallowing and licking. As you swallow, they're all coming. As they come, some are stuck in your teeth, some you are crushing. You're licking as though you're enjoying the taste. When do we lick? When we do all this, no, we actually like the taste, isn't it? So he's saying, that they're all coming there, you are licking, you are swallowing, and your fierce rays are filling the whole. Tejobhira pure jagat samagram. Your rays are filling the entire 3 worlds and they are burning. Now he says they are burning. So it's a very fear, it's creating situation. Then Akhya he may. Now Arjuna says, I saw you all these days like this, refers to that. Tell me who you are in this fierce form. You know, tell me who you are. All the while you are very compassionate. Arjuna, don't feel bad. Arjuna, it's going to be like this. Gudakesha, Parantapa, Partha, Kaunteya, Dhananjaya. So many names he uses, he motivates. Now he's showing such a fearful face. He says, tell me who you are. And Namostute Devavara Prasida. He's saying, have mercy. I salute to you. Tell me who you are in this fierce form. I desire to know. I know not. I really don't know. He says, tell me, God of gods, Vijnatum Ichchami Bhavantu Adyam. O primeval form of Krishna, I am not able to understand what you are up to actually. Nahi prajanami tava pravrittim. What is your pravritti? What is your working? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing means? What is that I am seeing? You explain to me. Saying so, namastu te devavara prasida. I bow down to you. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. So saying, Arjuna, now he allows him to talk. So he is very, very humble. And now Krishna answers his questions. Before that, we all know that he is the one who creates, who sustains, and who destroys. Through this, Krishna is telling, you remember Arjuna was saying, I don't want to kill them. So Krishna is telling them, whether you kill or not, they are destined to be killed because I have come as a Kala Anala. Kala means I have come as time. Time means what? Time for destruction. Time for the end. Everything that starts has to end in this part of the Kala which he has created. So he's saying, I have come as a Kala. I'm going to kill them. They are going to be killed. And that he is demonstrating. Previously also he told. He says, nobody is going to be killed. He told in some other way. This Atma will never die. Duryodhana's Atma will take birth elsewhere. You were born earlier also. You are born now also. All that he tells. But now he's telling now, for that, for adharma, he has not specified. It will come later. But this, the signal what he's giving is to only make Arjuna know more about him, that he is the all-powerful supreme being, and the fearful appearance is also required when the time comes. Narasimha also was very fearful. Time for Hiranyakashipu. Here time has come for Kauravas. So the time is something, Kala Anala, that is extremely important. And he will not hesitate. There is no emotion for him. He treats birth and death equally. Therefore, in that fearful, fierce form, he's crushing, he's eating, he's tasting, he's enjoying. He enjoys creation as much as he enjoys destruction. Therefore, we also should be so detached towards our end or towards anybody's end. When we see somebody passing away, no doubt we are very much attached to them. But we must understand that it is his Kala. Whose Kala? Krishna's Kala. He brought that Kala and he took away. They lived for some time, they went away. We also live, we go away. So our destruction or our death should not perturb us because Krishna enjoys both birth and death and they have equal importance. So that is for the day. If anybody wants to add something, any doubts or anything, don't be hesitate to ask. It will be good for everyone, including me, to understand. I hope it was clear. Kavita, was that clear? Not much actually
Yes,
in this
ma'am.
chapter. Yeah, not
Always
much.
Vishwarupa is very intense. Like
Ah,
the way you describe it, no, ma'am, we can picturize
right.
actually
Okay.
the pure
That is,
full form of Vishnu. Actually, as you
yes.
said,
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's a concentration. Good. Uh, so that's right. Shubha, anything? Suvarchala, Peter, anything you want to add?
Nothing from my side, ma'am. It was nice today.
Okay, good.
ma'am.
All right.
It's very intense, as
Intense, yes.
Kavita said.
Isn't it? We never
Yes.
imagined that he would go to such a state suddenly,
Yeah.
taking away all. Yeah. So
I was thinking though, as we were reading this about the Vishwarupa for Yashoda.
Yashoda, yes.
Yes, and it's
Yes.
different. It would be very interesting, I think, to compare
Yes.
all the Vishwarupas.
Correct.
Like
Yes.
I read recently Vanamas when Vanama and Bali, and shows
Bali.
Bali, which is a kind
Yes.
of
Yes.
Vishwarupa,
Yes.
who he
That's
is.
also Vishwarupa. Yes, correct. You are right.
And they're all a little different. So again, Krishna is a great Vishnu is a great teacher.
Yes, great.
Knows which student to show what to.
Very correct.
Mhm.
Yes. Yashoda would not have understood this. She would have fainted. As it is, she fainted when she saw the universe in his mouth. She faints. If she had seen this, probably she would have had a heart attack only. She would have. So that's right. Very nice. I think we can do this exercise. All of you, please read up about what he brought out was a very valid point. Where all are these Vishwarupas and how are they shown? Maybe we could do some homework when we come for the next class. Please go through and share it with us. I would like to know from you people, right? Each one can take one. So I think as he told about Yashoda, who are the others? I think he has shown it to Devaki also, and Vamana. So like that, there are many more. One more is Akrura. Akrura also he shows. Akrura comes as his uncle actually. To him also he has shown. So there are like that instances, more than 3-4. Many are there. So let us, and Dhritarashtra, somebody said, Dhritarashtra also, I'm not sure, but he could not appreciate because he was, I don't know how, that instance, somebody mentioned. If we could read up and come, I think that would be good. Okay. All right. So with that, we conclude for today's. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियं वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतिस्वभाव करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। पापोऽहं पापकर्माहं पापात्मा पापसम्भवात् त्राहि मां कृपया देव शरणागतवत्सल अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रमापते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम् तत्सत्। श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। Thank you all. See you in the
Thank you.
next week. Have a great week ahead.
Radhe Radhe.
I think we'll have next Tuesday will be the first day of Navaratri. 21st is Mahalaya Amvas. 21st is Sunday or Monday? 21st Monday, na?
Sunday,
Monday,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Oh, then second day. of
Sunday,
Mahalaya.
Sunday.
Sunday. So
Monday.
Monday will be our
First
Navaratri
day.
first day. Next Tuesday will be second day. Fine. All right. We'll meet up next week. Have a nice week ahead. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.